Hey Myrmeco team, you know how we always say that ants are brilliant not because of how smart each one is, but because of how well they work together? That whole idea of collective intelligence, where a colony acts like a kind of superorganism, smarter than any single ant? Well, the Temnothorax ants might just be here to mess with that idea a little. These tiny forest-dwelling ants are known for being experts at choosing the perfect home, and what's wild is that they manage to do it even when no single ant sees all the options. One ant visits one site, another checks out a second site, and somehow the whole colony ends up making a really solid choice. It's like they're voting with their feet, or rather their antennae, and this system works surprisingly well most of the time. But here's where it gets really interesting. Researchers Sasaki and Pratt from Arizona State University wanted to test just how smart these ants really are, both individually and as a group. So they set up experiments where ants had to choose between two possible new homes. One was clearly better than the other, mostly because it was darker, and Temnothorax ants absolutely love a dark nest. Now you'd expect the group to do better, right? More ants, more brains, better decisions. Not quite. When it was a single ant making the decision after visiting both sites, it chose the better nest around 90% of the time. But when the whole colony was involved, success dropped to about 80%. Yep, the solo ants actually outperformed the collective. So what's going on here? Well, the individual ant was able to directly compare both options. It had the full picture, but the colony doesn't work like that. Each ant sees just one site, and then they use a system kind of like a digital vote. If enough ants find a site and start recruiting others to it, the colony eventually moves, but if too many ants happen to find the worst option early on, it snowballs. The quorum is reached, and suddenly the whole colony is moving into a mediocre house. Basically, they fall into the trap of mass influence. Sound familiar? This doesn't mean ant colonies are dumb, far from it, but it shows that even for ants, collective intelligence isn't magic. It can fail, especially in situations where the right choice seems super obvious. Because sometimes when something looks too easy, the group just doesn't try that hard to get it right. It's kind of like when a bunch of people in a meeting all assume someone else will speak up, and in the end no one does. Or when you're picking a restaurant with friends, and you all agree on the first okay place, even if there's a much better one just around the corner. So yeah, the Temnothorax ants remind us that teamwork can be powerful, but also a little risky. And sometimes, just sometimes, thinking for yourself might be the smarter move, even if you're an ant.